the schedule. Good morning. Welcome to Hip Flippin' Mama's YouTube channel. If you are new here, I am a top-rated eBay seller. I create content here on YouTube. I do live jewelry auctions every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I do haul videos, jewelry showings, things that I've bought. And today, I just made a very exciting online purchase. Well, very exciting for me online purchase. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the ding-a-lingy button so that when I do go live or post content, you'll get a notification so that you can come and check it out. I'm currently at about 850 subs, and I'm trying so hard to get to 1,000. So if you haven't yet subbed to me, please hit that subscribe button so that I can make it to 1,000. Thanks. Hi, Vanessa. Yes, Vanessa, I do have auctions and I do sell jewelry. Thank you for asking. Excellent question. I thoroughly enjoyed your videos. You have some very nice Sharif bags. You'll subscribe right now. Well, thank you. Something tells me you already have. Do you have your coffee, Vanessa? My coffee is cold. Woman, wait until you hear what I bought. It's nothing big, but it's exciting for me. You know, and I have to talk about some friend mail that I got. Some really nice, exciting, generous friend mail. Oh, I know. It's clean, right? Right? I had to get on here and do this really quick because the worker guys will be here in about 40 minutes. Well, you're not seeing this part of it, which isn't too bad. Ooh. And that's got empty boxes all stacked on it, but they're empty. But I've got this box of stuff that needs to be listed. It's not as clean as I would like. That's the next thing to be listed, that pile right there. We're getting a whole new water system today. We are getting the spot for my Bible is taken. I put something else there. Oh no, go back. Maybe I can find it. We're getting all new iron tank system. Excuse me. We have great big iron tanks in our basement because we have so much iron in our well water, and it filters it out. Two like huge, like 5.5 feet tall tanks that we've probably had for 25 years, and we're getting those replaced, and they're putting in a much smaller system. That'll take up a lot less space and will be a lot more efficient. We'll have a lot more water pressure because we don't have very good water pressure right now. And that wasn't always the case. And we're getting a whole new osmosis system. And what the osmosis system is the filtered water. So it is a big job. So in fact, I'm going to have the guys drive all the way around to the back from the road. They have to go down our side lot, down along the tree line, and drive to the backyard, because it'll be easier for them to go through the sun porch with all the equipment. Excuse me. So all that, they're going to have to replace all the lines and everything. So we'll have filtered water now again, because we have soft water, but we'll have filtered water again at the sink. So when you flip the little switch, all that water will come out and it's already filtered. So, and then we'll have water and ice at our refrigerator again. Hopefully our refrigerator itself is not clogged, because when the guys came out, they turned off the soft water. I don't know why they did it. And everything got clogged up. So we haven't had osmosis for a year and a half. Probably not. No water till they're done, right? So yeah, it'll make my life a lot better, because I have a little Brita filter pitcher that I'm constantly having to. I'm going to be looking out this window all the time, seeing if they're pulling in early. Constantly having to fill up, wait for it to drain, put it in the Keurig, and then I fill 2 one-size gallon coffee or old milk jugs, because I still make coffee in the regular coffee pot, even though we have a Keurig. Because if I know I'm in the mood for coffee and I'm just going to be working, oh, excuse me, I want a whole pot of coffee. Plus, I have those carafes now. So from Todd, the Flippin' Hustler. So that takes up a lot of water. And so I'm constantly, like every day, 4 or 5 pitchers of that water. And my husband was like, we don't need the osmosis. And I'm like, he's like, hey, you just fill the pitcher up? And I'm like, yeah, 5 or 6 times a day. No, I don't want to have to do that anymore. So we're getting, yeah, Flippin' Hustler. You know, the Flippin' Hustler, Todd, he throws me in his conversations all the time. You know, when he talks about his friend, my friend Kelly. Hi, Walter. So he's very good to me. So I'm going to throw him in anytime I can. But that's the truth, the Flippin' Hustler. I won a coffee carafe in his auction. And then somebody, as a gift, bought me the big blue coffee carafe that he used. So now I have 2 big coffee carafes. Hi, Lime. So yes, that is going to be very, very exciting. So we will have really nice water pressure now. So when I'm in the bathroom, I'll turn my water faucet on and it'll be more than like a third of what your water pressure should be. So I'm very excited about that. Very excited about that. Plus at the kitchen sink, that's going to be nice. When I use my sprayer, I'll have good water pressure. So, and sometimes when you turn the water faucet on, the water will stop. And I don't know if that's because it's trying to build up pressure or what, but and it'll also be nice in the shower to have a lot more water pressure. Oh, Walter, I'm sorry. I just got over bronchitis. I know how you feel. What is it that you have, Walter? You're just not feeling well today? Vanessa, I just have to say, while I'm waiting for a few more people or until a few more people present themselves in the chat and say hi. Oh, I'm sorry you have the flu. Well, thank you for tuning in. I hope it makes you feel better. You have such a beautiful home, Vanessa, and it's decorated in all those herons. Vanessa Heron, or is it Heron? I never did ask you. It's Heron, right? But your home is so beautiful, and it's decorated so beautiful, and I love the stone walls. Just everything about your husband's beautiful. Your husband decorates your house? Well, let me tell you something. When we inherited this house, it was decorated, the furniture, we inherited everything that was in the house. From the time that my husband was small, actually from 1985 when they brought back tons of Okinawan decorations, because the whole family went to Okinawa in 1985. I was not allowed to go because I was not yet 18, so I couldn't go. My father wouldn't let me go. Aww. Well, he does a good job, Vanessa. So they brought back all kinds of Oriental, beautiful decorations. And so this house is one big Asian house. And so that's how it's still decorated. We still have their couch, their chairs, their dining room set, the hutch, the silver hutch. We did replace the countertops and the floors when we moved in, the countertops in the bathroom. We painted, but we still have their bedroom furniture. And I mean, everything is still theirs. What was theirs? It's now ours, but oh, Lime, I'll give you a private tour sometime, okay? I'll have to Facebook Live you or Facebook Messenger. FaceTime you, and I'll show you a bunch of stuff, okay? Yeah, it looks beautiful. Very clean, simplistic, comfortable, beautiful. Yet with a little touch of modern. I don't want to give a public tour, because my husband's funny about that, but I'll give you guys a tour. If you remind me later, I'll give you guys a tour. Or you call me, FaceTime me, and ask for one. Yeah. There's so much to show. It's unbelievable. Um, yeah, it's all beautiful things what they got, and very ornate, and what would be construed as extremely expensive, especially now, 30 years later. But when you've lived with it since you were, I've been coming to this home since I was 17. And so I feel like I've grown up with it. The 65-gallon fish pond. This year we lost our last fish from 1985. So it's my alarm. Since 1985, so I don't have the fish tank to pond. It's a pond. It's in the corner of our living room. I don't have that to maintain anymore because we decided not to have any more fish. I did, because I was the one that maintained it. This is my husband's childhood home, his fish, but he wouldn't maintain it. But then he has a cat, and he won't maintain the cat either. He just wants to get rid of the cat. But like I told him, pets aren't disposable. Okay, so you guys, I want to show you what I bought. I just bought it. And you can go online and get it too. Let me see if I can see my order. No. Let me just see if I can find it. Oh, you know what? No. I already have one of these that I got at a garage sale, but I was able to get these with an additional coupon for like $14. Okay. So I got 2 of these. You see that? I bought 2 of those. I had an additional coupon, but those are normally $50, and they were on clearance sale for 20 something. And then I had a Joann's coupon that I used, and then on top of that I had a first time online buyers coupon, so I got it even cheaper than that. So I got 2 of those, and I have one right here, but the one I have here is not on casters. I like that those are on casters. And so all 3 of those, this one and those 2, are going to all go under this table, or they're going to all, I think I'm going to move my computer back over here so I can put my scan and cut over here, because this is a wider table and I'll have more room for the heat press and everything and the scan and cut. So I'm going to move those over here. Plus then I'll be able to see more out my window, or out of the window. And hi, Connie. Good morning. So I'm going to do that. So then my computer will be back over here, which means I got to move my light back over here, which means I got to move my pegs out, which is okay. I wish all my pegs were shorter. I got too long of pegs. That's okay. So my computer will be here, and then this will be open, and then I'll have the 3 bins under here, and they'll all be little drawers. So it'll be like desk drawers, and I can roll them back if I need to. And I can still have all my storage that I have under here. So that's going to be good. That's going to be awesome. And then that way I can move my CPU back up onto the table. I know that's what my husband says. Always working on that office. I am. I'm always changing things around, Vanessa. My mom is like that too. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But this table is only about 24 inches wide, 25 inches wide, and it's really not wide enough for this. Where this table is, I think, 38 inches wide. So the scan and cut, rather scan and cut, will work much better over here. Plus it's wider, and I can just put the heat press sideways like this, or kitty corner, and then I can have my CPU and all my stuff, my computer right here. Plus then you guys will just see my my photo shooting place in the background, and not all my boxes and my mess and everything. Well, you know, it's only 120 square feet. So, and then this that I have sitting here, it's one of those that I bought, but it doesn't have wheels. But I want to put it on casters because I have some casters to put it on. So this space will be empty. And in that space, because I'm constantly moving areas, because I have an area over here I work in, I have this area, and I have an area over there. And things like my tape dispenser that I'm constantly using, my cutters, my scissors, things like that that I need, I want to I want to be able to wheel with me. So I bought this small white cart and it was under $20. I could not believe it. But I don't know if I can find it now. Let me see if they emailed me my... It's really cute. I want to show it to you. It'll be perfect. And I just used my eBay profits. Hi, Beth. How are you? Beth, every time I see you, and I see your beautiful blonde hair and smile, and I always think of Beth Chapman. I see your name, and I see that blonde hair and smile, and I always think of Beth Chapman now. If I jump off here really quick, guys, that means the worker guys are here. What am I doing? Looking for my order. Why can't I ever find my email? Oh my gosh, you guys. Is it white? Her hair was almost white. May she rest in peace. Did you guys hear about that boxer that would not stop the fight? And his trainer finally stopped the fight for him. He got a brain bleed and died. He was 24. Can you believe that? I didn't get a confirmation. Well, let's see if I can find it. How would I find my order? I really want to show you guys. It was a flash sale. And there's no shipping because I get to pick it up at my local store. Hi, Christina C. How are you? Huh. Well, Joanne's app is not very... Let me log out of it and then log back in. I want to show you this little white cart. I just have too many apps. But that was just too cheap for that plastic stuff because it's so expensive. And these two that are down here, I have to pull these out every time I want to get into a drawer. And so with those other ones, I won't have to do that. I'll just, not store as much as this in those, but I'll just take these back downstairs. These were my son's, and then they were my daughter's, and the drawers don't work very well, but I was just using them to be functional. So, bye, Vanessa. Love you, babe. Anything to get more organized. I need it. And then I can go and pick them up, bring them home, set them up, take these downstairs. All before my husband even gets home, so he doesn't say to me, "Why are you changing things again? You're always changing things." I'll come help you, Connie. I actually like to organize stuff. You wouldn't think so. Oh, more. My account. Recent transactions. Duh. Here it is. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's right. You can't see it. It's right next to organizing. Right there. See that little white cart? It's about 36 inches tall. It's going to be perfect. And keep all my stuff on there that I just always need. And then other stuff on the bottom 2 shelves. Like things that I want to process that day or things that I need to take care of that day. Oh, well, if you were up till 3, Christina, go back to bed. I want to get a lot of work done while the guys are working. And my husband's like, you stay down there with them. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to stay down there with them. I don't want to get in the way. If you wanted somebody down there with them, then you should have stayed home from work. My problem is I brought too much stuff up here. Like this entire thing, I don't even need to have in here. In fact, I need to take those down. What I have my jewelry on, which you can't even see. Those right there, I need to take those down. Take those downstairs because those I just use for display. And put all those up on the pegs and start selling some of those things. Because I don't need that display. I need the room. So yeah. It's getting, I just cleaned this area back here and it's getting messy again already. It's just the way it is. I used to do my eBay in the basement, but I just shut the window blind. It was so cold and everything down there. And with my knee surgery, I just couldn't go up and down the stairs. And I would go outside around to the back where the walk-in is. And I'd go in the basement that way. And I couldn't do that all winter. So I didn't hardly do eBay at all winter. And then when the kids moved out over a year ago, I thought I'd bring it up here. So now it's up here in a little 10 by 11 room. And I've got all my inventory up here. 99% of my inventory is up here. Well, I feel pretty motivated today. I must say, I was up at 3. I got up at 3. I got to call the vet's office. He's struggling. He's been coughing and gagging and wheezing really bad. He's sleeping on his pillow back there. See the pillow? You can barely see him. He's sleeping on that pillow. But I have to call the vet. In fact, I should do that right now. I have to get some more furosemide, which is his heart medicine. And I'll go pick that up this afternoon. But he was having trouble before that. So I don't know if Doc's going to want to see him or what. I'd kind of like to see another picture of his heart, but my husband doesn't want us to take another x-ray. But I would kind of like another x-ray. Or maybe the vet can tell by listening to his heart if it's better than it was the last time. But he's also half blind. So, heart condition and half blind. Like he can't see in the dark. He can't see at all in one eye, and he has trouble seeing out of the other. When he was a puppy, a little boy poked him in the eye, and it put a hole in his eye. And so he just lost vision over the years. But he always had the one really good eye. And now he's going blind in that eye. So, poor Scrappy. But we try and do what we can. We just, when it's time to go to bed, we'll just make sure that we carry our phone and have the light on so he follows the light, or we just pick him up. He's 12 in November 1st. So on November 1st, he'll be 12. So, I mean, that's old for a pug. So he's lived a very good life and a very spoiled life, but he's always had, from the time he was born, and trust me, I know because I delivered him, because we adopted the 2 black pugs and she was pregnant, and so we had 8 puppies. 4 I delivered, 4 the vet delivered, because 3 was born dead. And so I had to give CPR to 3, and I got 3 back alive. But then, so I decided I'd better take them to the vet because 3 needed oxygen. I knew that. And he didn't end up making it, or she didn't end up making it. But, and then number 5 also had respiratory problems, and she didn't end up making it not because of her respiratory problems, but because Mama killed her. Bit a hole in her head and in her heart. She was a terrible mom, which is why they were getting rid of her, but she should have never been a breeding animal. That was just cruel. So he, from the time he was born, was insecure. And he was the runt of the litter, and he used to get beat up all the time, and yeah, all kinds of stuff. Poor dog. He just was constantly getting beat up, and that's why I called him Scrappy, because he would get in there. Finally, he would get in there and get his food, and and then he became a bully. Once he earned his little, confidence, he became a bully, and he's a bully to this day. He is a bully to this day. He would try and dominate his dad, Rocky, and they would fight. And it was just Rocky putting Scrappy in his place. And I can't say I miss the fighting. Hi, Lori. How are you, sweetie? I can't say I miss the fighting, but I sure do miss Rocky. I miss Precious. Hasn't been a year since Precious has been gone. 10 months. And Rocky's been gone 2 months. Lizzie's been gone. It'll be 2 years in August. So she's been gone 2 years. Precious has been gone 10 months. And Rocky's been gone 2 months. And Monster, the pit bull's been gone a year. So, hi, my great finds for you. How are you? Let me think. I wrote your name down. My great finds for you. Tell me your name, honey. I wrote it down, but I don't have it in front of me. T, okay. So you want to be called T. All right. Yeah, Lori, it does. I mean, we had a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, and 2 11-year-olds. because the puppies are brother, sister, and that's mom and dad. So literally, oh, I know you did. I know you did. I got it. I couldn't figure out how to print it though. For some reason, the way it was set up, or no, I couldn't figure out how to save it. It wouldn't save. So, but I still have the thing. So I know you did. That was really cool. First thing I did was look for me on there. But thank you for sending that to me. Um, yeah, it's hard when they're all old together. You know, Lizzie was 2 when we got her. Rocky was 9 months, and they were being housed in a -3-degree barn. And they had been caged their whole life. Lizzie had been caged the whole 2 years of her life. Rocky had been caged the whole 9 months of his life because they were a breeding pair. And they wanted to get rid of her. They had one litter with her with a different pug, and she kept having false pregnancies. And then they got Rocky, and Rocky couldn't get her pregnant, so they were selling them. And they had 19 is really old for a cat. Ours lived to be 17. He would have lived longer, but he had a disease. They had him caged in this barn, and they had frostbite on their ears, around their eyes, around their mouth, in between their toe pads. I mean, they had frostbite everywhere on their private parts. It was terrible. And they wanted $1,000, and there was no way I was leaving those dogs there because I'd always wanted a black pug. And my husband saw them in the paper, and so we went out and looked at them. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $850 for both of them, and I won't report you for animal cruelty. And well, I said, I won't report you. And I'm sure they knew what I meant. And so I gave them the $850. We took them home, and I reported them. I'm a very honest person. I don't lie, but I did lie to her. Very seldom will I ever tell a fib. And there's usually a good reason or a reason behind it. Like when I came here and my mother-in-law had passed away. And I had to call my husband at work. I told him the nurses had questions about mom and they wouldn't let me answer them. And he had to be here. And so I called him at work and told him that. So that was a lie. But there's a good reason behind it. So anyway, they weren't house trained. So we had this great big 3,200 square foot house that was brand new. We had just built it, and we've got these dogs crapping everywhere, all over our new carpet, because they didn't know. You know, they'd get in their cage. Well, we didn't have a cage because I didn't believe in caging at that time. Yeah, thank you, Lori. And so they didn't have any. They were trying to look for any, small dark space they could go to, to hide. And oh man, the first couple of weeks was so tough. And so we had to potty train them. At 2 and 9 months, we had to potty train them. Yeah. Well, it is a lie, Lime. I told a lie. I consider that a lie, but because it's an untruth. But yeah, I was saving them. Well, people like to say I'm bold, I'm brash, I say what's on my mind, I'm too honest. What comes in my mind comes out my mouth. Sometimes I should shut my mouth. Well, I pride myself on being honest and being loyal and being trustworthy. I'm very trustworthy. And honesty is a big part of that. Integrity is a big part of that. So I pride myself on that. Like you could ask me a question, any question, and I would answer it because that's just how open of a person I am. And I would answer it honestly. And if I couldn't answer it honestly, or I didn't want to answer it, I would just tell you I can't answer that. So that's just who I am. I'm not gonna bullcrap you or put you through the ringer. Like there, a lot of people have wanted me on their show to come on their shows and stuff, and a lot of people I just have to politely decline. Well, why won't you come on my show? Well, I don't follow you that closely or at all, or I don't believe in the type of content that they have or how they present themselves, so I'm not going to go on that show. And so I have to just politely say, well, you know, the type of the way I present myself and the way you present yourself doesn't mesh, and I don't think it would be a good fit. And that's the politest way that I can say it. You know, um, so I'm really selective on whose channels I'll go on. Or it probably would have already been over 1,000. Because I know there's people that pimp themselves out to every channel they could get on to get those subs, and made besties with every channel that they went on, you know to get those subs and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just a little more selective about the channels that I go on. I'm not stuck up in any way. There's a lot of channels I'd like to go on. I just haven't been asked to go on those channels. And there's a lot of people I'd like to have on my channel, and I just haven't really asked them. But I have that interview show with Thelma. So we get to interview um, lots of different people through that interview show. That's just not on my channel. Now, I am going to get a playlist from Thelma for those interviews, and that playlist will be available on my channel. So you guys can watch, or, newer subscribers can watch those interviews that I'm a part of on my channel, which is nice, which I think is cool. As soon as they get here, guys, I'm going to have to go, whoop, gotta go, bye. Let me check the chat. Thank you, Christina C. I don't regret it. Thank you, Lori Reeves. Right on, sister. Lime says, I am the same way and have to bite my tongue way too much, but it's either that or come off as a meanie. Well, I'm not very good at biting my tongue, but I'd like to think I don't come off as a meanie. Lori says, I've been learning the last 3 months, and I have to say, I've learned the hard way in some cases. I have ideas and fell in love with this community, but lately I've been harassed, bullied, and lied. Lori, let me tell you something. This community is very fickle and lied about, and even people owing me money, and I am in the place where the nonsense is too much. It is very fickle. I had friends that I thought were good friends, good friends, and for whatever reason just dropped me. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm clueless, especially after I helped some of these people financially and other things. But and now they won't even talk to me. Whether they're talking about me, I don't know. But I hope not, because all I say is wonderful things about them to anyone that I talk to, except for right now. But nobody knows who I'm talking about. So, and I'm only saying this to comfort you. And, I tell another really, really good friend who worries about the people that don't like her. And I tell her, don't worry about the few people that don't like you. Focus on the hundreds or thousands that do love you. That's where your positive energy is going to come from. So I try and do the same thing. Focus on the people that love me and, want to share time with me, and not worry about the ones that don't, even though I don't know why. Yeah, I have asked why, and I don't get responses. So, I say hi and I leave voice messages and emails and things like that. I don't get a response. Maybe they'll see this and they'll respond. But um, no clue. No clue. So, but that's okay. That's okay. Um, Not everybody has to like me, and I can't expect everyone to like me. They probably just got sick of me, and that's okay. I still love them, every one of them. I still love them as much today as I did back when we had relationships. So, you can never take that love away. And, that's just why it hurts so much. So don't worry about people bullying you or saying bad things about you. Um, just let it go. Let it go and focus on the people that love you, and the people that like you, and the people that you get positive energy from, and the people that lift you up. Let me read these here. Lori says, yes, Kelly, me too. Clueless. I've helped a lot too behind the scenes, and they are just mean to me now. I'm with you, Lori. Yeah, Connie, I've asked them. Lori says, right, I agree, and that's what I'm trying to do now, and not let it ruin the fun ideas I have that are positive, just ignore, but lately, just a little sensitive. Yeah, it hurts, Lori. It just flat out hurts. But you've never heard me talk about it until just now, because I'm just trying to tell you that you're not the only one. You know, it happens to everyone. It's happened to a lot of my YouTube friends. So don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. It's not just you. Don't take it personal. Yeah, don't take it personal. Yeah, Christina, it's not trolls. They're not trolls. They're people. They're well established people. Well, I did get to talk to one person and explain things, and lies were being told about me by a person. Lies were being told. So, and I think that's why the others dropped me. But I don't know. I can't, I'll never know. But I worry about myself, and I can't worry about what's being said about me, because if you know me, you're my true friend. If you know my heart and my soul, you will either believe what they tell you or you won't. You'll form your own opinion. So I don't worry about it. I'm just not going to worry about it. Not that it doesn't hurt, but I'm not going to focus on that. I feel so much better since I've said that and I've gotten it off my chest. I do feel a little better. So I guess sharing with friends does help, but it still hurts. Key Lime Kisses says, Lori Reeves, I have someone in my community who has done the same thing, almost stalkerish, but they are popular in this circle, so I just keep quiet. They have tons of troll accounts. What? Lime, that's crazy. I mean, mine are popular too, but that's just crazy. Lori Reeves, love you so much, Kelly, and you all in here. Aw, I love you too, Lori. I really do, honey. Hi, Denise. I love you bunches too. Hi, Debbie. Well, we were just talking about staying away from the negative people and people that do the online bullying and all that, and just staying positive, not worrying about the few people that don't like you. Focus on the people that do like you. That's my focus. I'm feeling much better. Thank you, Denise. Don't worry about the few that don't like you. Just focus on like in my case, the 852 that do like me. So, and that's what I'm going to do. Hi, Dwayne. How are you? Well, Lori, I'm glad that you were able to talk about it a little bit, and I hope me sharing my story for the first time um, has helped you feel a little bit better about yours. If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. Well, I was just talking about Debbie, some items that I purchased this morning for super good deals for storage and whatnot. Plus, I figured I might need a little bit more storage for my scan and cut items. Connie says, in my opinion, the online bullies should be exposed. Ooh, Connie, I would love to know who they are. If you do not have a content channel, you have no idea what is going on. Well, I'm not going to go there. And the fact that I even mentioned that this had happened to me is shocking to me that I even said anything, because I haven't said anything up until this point. So the fact that I even said anything is I shocked myself. But I wanted Lori to know that she wasn't alone. I've not been bullied by these people. I just been dropped and talked about. You are an online bully, Dwayne, but everybody knows you're full of crap, so nobody takes you seriously. Yeah, Lori's having some issues with it, Eva. You know, people will let their true selves be known, Lori. Don't worry about it. Because if you're a wolf in sheep's clothing, eventually that wolf is going to come out. People are going to see that wolf. And I mean, that's what happened in my case. The wolf showed themselves live online, and that's when everything started. And I did nothing. I said nothing. Um, the person that I had live with me saw it and was completely shocked and appalled. Um, But I'm cordial with everybody. I'm cordial with everybody. Even someone who may not like me. And that's how I'll always be. I'll always be that way because that's respectful. What a person does or what a person says is a reflection on them. It's not a reflection on you. It has nothing to do with who you are, anything you've done, or what you represent. It is completely a reflection on them. So their actions, their words, their typing that they do is a reflection on who they are inside. And if that is negative energy, it's going to come out. People are going to see that negative side eventually. And so I want to just stay positive. Just stay positive because I still love these people. I love these people as much now as I did before. Eva says the truth always comes out. Can't hide your true self forever. Oh, nothing, Dwayne. We were just talking about online bullying. That's all. Kathleen Crafts, good morning. She says, I like you, Kelly. Good morning. Well, I like you too, Kathleen. Mm-hmm. Lori says, that's who I am too, Kelly. That's how I feel if there's a problem, not mine. Mm-hmm. Great finds for you. Me too, Kelly. No guilt here. I sleep well. I do too. I do too. Well, I don't sleep well, but it's not for that reason. Hi, Aaron. You have to go back and watch, honey. How is my Aaron Marcus today? I hope you're feeling better. I'm hoping all the prayers from Bible study yesterday helped you feel better. Oh, no. Otilia, you're from Romania. Romania, welcome. Thank you, Christina. See, I do think it's a great way of thinking. Hi, Fishing and Picking. Gotta wait for those guys. You've been in the reseller community since 2014. I've seen good people ruined by AdSense, money, and paid groups after saying they would never change for info. Well, that's too bad. That makes me sad, Fishing and Picking. What's your name, Fishing and Picking? Because I've been seeing you a lot lately. I know I've got my list, but I don't have it up. Alan. Thank you, Alan. You know what I did this morning? I got a message. Well, I got a notification on Instagram that this person was following me. And the name of the person is the same name of one of my old best friends from high school. And I thought, oh, she's a reseller now. Her name's Heather. And I thought, one of my best friends in high school. I thought, oh no. And so I messaged her and I was like, BIT, you're a reseller too. Oh my God, we're going to have to go sourcing together. And then I get this message that they didn't understand. It wasn't the same person. I just said BITCH. That was how I started the conversation because that's how she and I, when we were kids, used to, just stupid kid stuff. And through a conversation, I apologized and, we got to know each other a little bit. And so now I'm friends with this follower over the misunderstanding. And I was like, oh, I have a new friend now. And she hearted me and she says, I have a new friend now. And it was so funny. It was just so funny. I said, I thought you were my high school friend. And that's how we used to when we were kids. And I said, well, it'll be a fun YouTube story anyway. Yeah, Lori, we're friends now. Hi, John. You guys. I want to let you know about something John did for me. So John acquired a massive amount of software titles. Okay? Massive amount. And he like messaged me, hey, look what I got, blah, blah, blah. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, you've got some graphic ones in there. That's awesome. I'm like, I have a trial version of this, blah, 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 that I'm trying to use to design my t-shirts. And he's like, oh, I didn't know if you wanted me to say dumpster dive, Dad. So he got them for free. And he sent me for free as a love gift Corel, I don't know how you pronounce it, Draw Home and Student 2018 in Corel Draw Graphic Studio 2018. This one right here, he just sold this one for what, 180 bucks, John? You sold this one, it was $178 just yesterday. And I don't know what you're selling these for, but for him to give me these, yeah, $178. And then he sent these to me. So I feel like, I mean, yeah, there's, Gookie on the back of this one. But he could have easily cleaned that off and sold it. And I don't know how much these go for, but I feel like he sent me, 300 and some dollars worth of love in the mail. I mean, how generous is that? To send something that you could make over $300 with, to send it to someone. And then he sent me this very nice, which I spilled coffee on the back of his card, Dad's Vintage Garage. It says, thank you for all you do for the community. Dad's and Kendall, with a heart. It's got coffee stains on it now. Isn't that sweet, you guys? Can you believe he did that for me? And I think to myself, I've been given such wonderful gifts from my YouTube friends that I feel so blessed. Aaron Marcus was in our Bible study chat yesterday. I know, right, Christina? Expensive stuff. So thank you, John. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. That is going to come in so handy, and I need to learn to use them. I went to the library yesterday to see if there were any books on how to use them, and I couldn't find any. So I think the guys are here. Oh, I'm awesome and he knows it. Well, Lori, I don't know about that. You'd have to talk to my husband about that and ask him how awesome I am. Hey, LSP. John, Dad's Vintage Garage, sent me some of his dumpster finds. And this one right here, this is to help design my t-shirts and my decals and stuff. Not just for me, but just different designs to sell and whatnot. He sold this just yesterday for $178. This one right here, $178. And I don't know what he's selling these for, but I was saying it feels like somebody sent me 300 and some odd dollars worth of love in the mail that he was kind enough to gift me with. And this one I'm using right now. I still have to download this one. But I feel so grateful to have such good YouTube friends. I really, really do. And yeah, there are people that I send gifts and stuff to. I try and share the love. But Yeah, Debbie, that's a good problem to have. And Aaron Marcus sent me this most wonderful, it's in my bedroom right now, which I said it would never go, but it's in my bedroom right now. He sent me this stuffed dog, and because it looks like my dog, my pug. So yeah, I get the best gifts. I get, and I've gotten purses in the mail and jewelry and just such wonderful things from people. I could not ask for better YouTube friends than you guys. I really, really mean that. You guys are just so good to me, and I love you so much. I really, really do. I love you so much. Yeah, LSP, I got to go back and watch that video because I want to watch it. That was a really good show last night, Debbie. I missed the very beginning of it, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be there every Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern time for your, or was it 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, Lori, the good outweighs the bad. Exactly. And like I said, the only reason I even shared what I shared is because I wanted you to know that you weren't alone. And, things like that happen. You just got to let it go. Let it go. They'll bury themselves. Those people that pick on, pick on you or say bad things about you like that, let it go. Take the high road, and, you'll have the Lord behind you. So, I want the how-to book for coral. That's what I went to the library to look for. I got to go online and buy one. I'm going to. Yeah, everybody check out Debbie Does Sales. She does a marketing or a sales show, just advice on sales and things. She dropped some nuggets on how to buy a car yesterday, that's for sure. It's Tuesdays at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Good show. Hi, Glenn. What's up, my man? How are you? Thank you for stopping in. As soon as my water guys get here, I've got to scoot, though. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to, Craig, for sure. Yeah, John, I was going to ask you about those Pokemon cards because I was going to ask you if you needed my help with them. Yeah, did you see my comment yesterday, Debbie, about the 4 Ps when you were talking about marketing, and I just instinctively, Scrappy, Scrappy, I just instinctively put the 4 Ps. All right, guys, this is what I got to do. I hit, yep, 4 Ps. I have got to get off of here because they just pulled into the driveway. I hear them out there, and I got to get them going. Mwah! Getting a whole new water system in the house today. Nice little $6,000 check. I'm just grateful that we're able to pay for it. I bought a couple things last night, John. All right, guys. I love you. Duck, dive, dodge, and duck. Leave it to you, Craig. I got to have you on my channel, Craig. I really, 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 really do. Or I can go on yours and we'll do a working hangout or something like that. But I need to hang with you, buddy. I love you to death. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Bye, Christina C. Goodbye, everybody. $39.99. That's how much your program is. $39.99. The duck dive duck. Oh, that's how much it is for you to hang with me? Well, I don't love you that much. All right, guys. Mwah. Mama loves you. I really, really, really do. I'll love you even more when my water system's in. Bye. Too funny, Glenn.